Hey y'all, it's Allie from Little Hill Homestead. We have a couple versions of our homemade dog food that we make, and somebody had asked me if we make a grain-free version, and we actually do. And so today I'm going to show you how we make our grain-free. It's kind of a base, and you can kind of bounce off of it. I am trying to figure out a way to be able to can this up to be able to make a big batch of it, and then just can it up in canning jars so that when I'm out of town or I don't want to have to buy dog food from a dog's. That's basically what it is. Ruger is a Jack Russell Terrier. He has an incredibly sensitive stomach. And so when we first got him, we figured out really quickly that we can't use like any commercial dog food with him. So good thing we are already at that point, we're making our own dog food. So for him, it's been a great benefit. He's been on it for, probably 2.5, 3 years now. We've had him on our homemade dog food. And then Remington, of course, loves it too. So our other version has oats in it and a bunch of egg. And a lot of dogs are actually allergic to oats and egg. So this is another variation for those of you who have dogs. I do it in my Instant Pot to make my life really easy. I have 2 chicken breasts. These are just, I go to Kroger or Aldi or places like that and get the discount meat. When it's half off because it's going to expire tomorrow, usually I clean it up and I freeze it for our freezer. But every once in a while, this will do 10 days of dog food for my 2 dogs. They are both smaller dogs, but it's how long ours last. They get a half of a cup of this at night. We do have like kibble out for them when we feed them breakfast with another another dog food, but this is what they get at night. It's like their special treat. So I have 2 chicken breasts going in. To that, this is when you can get a little bit creative. Like I know through the years what we've gone through that our dogs either do or do not like. So our dogs love sweet potato, but I'm out of it right now. They like carrots, they like apples, they don't love when I add spinach. It's not their favorite, but I figured out, look at the things you can add. You can add tomatoes, green beans. Think of things from your garden that you have left over. The vegetables, don't do onion. That's about like one of the only vegetables that you really, really should not do for dog food. I have our pears from Azure Standard. We have some that we're trying to use up that were not in the best condition. And so they're getting a couple pears cut up. This is maybe like 3 carrots that I went ahead and cut up. And I'm just going to scoop those in there. I like to give them kind of like fruits and vegetables and things to bulk it up so they don't need quite as much meat. I buy these dollar peas. I think they're $1.25 or yeah, they're usually $4 for $5. $1.25. I use half of a bag when I make dog food for them. If I'm using peas, I don't always use peas, like I was saying. You kind of use a little bit of this and a little of that. The next thing that I add, and this is up to you, you should add some kind of oil. Dogs, especially this, is super lean because it's just chicken. So you can add tallow, you can add olive oil, you can add avocado oil. Pick an oil that you think that they are going to like. So I'm just going to drizzle a tiny bit of olive oil on ours just because it's just enough kind of to, maybe not even a tablespoon, you guys. It's just enough to have a little fat in there for them. So we have our vegetables and we have our chicken. That's pretty much all that we do. I have some chicken broth. It's 2 cups of chicken broth. That is going to go in here. If you don't want to do chicken broth, you can totally do water. It's up to you. So I just have that going in. What do I do now? That's it, you guys. You put the lid on it and you let it cook for 10 minutes. I hate these things because I feel like I can never get the lid quite on right. There we go. I'm going to turn it to sealed or pressure building, or what does it actually say? It says venting and I'm too short. Whatever the back one is. Anyways, it's sealed. I'm going to do pressure cook for 10 minutes, and then it'll just do its thing. When we come back after the 10 minutes, I let it naturally release pressure until it's pretty much done. I want to make sure that chicken's really good and cooked because we're going to throw it in our KitchenAid mixer to shred it. It's another just easy on myself tool that I use to make their dog food. Like I said, I'm trying to get this built up to where I can can it. I'm trying to figure out how I can can it. It's basically, this is my theory, it's very similar to the inside, like chicken pot pie is what it kind of ends up being like in the end. So I'm thinking if I can figure out how to can chicken pot pie filling, then I can figure out how to can this. It can't be difficult. I just haven't had time to do it, honestly. Anyways, we're going to let that go for 10 minutes, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you how we Shred the chicken in the KitchenAid mixer, which, by the way, if you didn't know you could shred chicken in a KitchenAid mixer, it's like a game changer. Like, we do it for tacos and stuff like that, chicken salads, things like that. Easy, easy. So if you want to learn how to shred chicken, basically you would just throw chickens in, take out the vegetables, and throw a little bit of broth in there, and that's how you make chicken for shredding. Makes great tacos. Anyways, can you tell that I had caffeine with lunch? Woo! She's on a roll, y'all. Anyways, I'll be back in 10 minutes. Nope, not gonna be back in 10 minutes. It's probably close to an hour for this to do its thing. To come to temperature, do the 10 minutes of pressure, and then to naturally release. I'll see you in about an hour. In the meantime, I'm gonna go work on 75 other things. Now that I have an energy kick, let's go. Okay, our Instant Pot sat for maybe, 30 minutes. I released the top so that all the pressure came out of it. Our chicken is nice and done. So all I'm going to do is I have my KitchenAid mixer bowl, and I'm just going to drop my chicken whole right into there. I'm going to leave the veggies and the juice, the drippings and all that goodness, down in the bottom of our Instant Pot. Then I'm going to take you guys over here to my mixer. Ready? Let's go. Will it work? Oh, look at that. Sometimes I try things and I'm like, well, look at me go. Anyways, I'm using my paddle from a mixer to shred my chicken. If you guys have not tried using your KitchenAid mixer for shredding your chicken, you totally should, because it's really easy. You can use it for chicken salad, things like that. Really, I mean, it's easy, you guys. Ready? As long as your chicken is cooked and moist, it'll fall right apart. And it flings across the room, which is fun too. That's it, you guys. Check it out. We have now shredded chicken. Fantastic, right? Okay, let's turn back around here, you guys. Oh, we'll see. Can I do the rest of the video from here? We'll find out. So, I like to take, let me get some stuff out of the way. Well, let me bring you closer so you can see what's in the pot. I turned you guys back around. I have hit saute. Well, you have to hit cancel and then saute, but it will start to saute. So basically we have our veggies and we have a lot of broth. Well, I want to keep that broth because my dogs like this kind of like brothy, but they want it more like thickened. So I figured out, this says cornstarch. It's not, it's arrowroot. Hello, my lover. My husband always sneaks around the corner and
I didn't sneak.
I say sneak. He walked right over. It's not like he did it like all tiptoey or something. Anyways, I just take a little bit of arrowroot powder and I sprinkle it in there. It's like a couple tablespoons going into the pot. Thank you. Thank you for being so sneaky. And I like to thicken this into like more of a gravy. If it's too liquidy, my dogs are like, woman, what are you trying to feed us? If I mix it up with a little arrowroot or cornstarch, you can do flour as well. It does great. I'm going to figure out how to do this with something you can, like I was saying. It's in the works. I'm messing with it. I swear, we have enough dog food recipes at this point. We should just start our own dog food company because we make a bunch of dog foods. Oh, by the way, if your dog doesn't like chicken, you can use beef or anything too.
Which is really funny because we don't even have dogs. Oh, wait.
He's like cut out completely. So you can see it's starting to thicken up using that saute function. And once you feel like, oh, it's nice and thick, you just add your chicken, y'all. Dump your chicken on in there. Oh, hello, bowl. Dump your chicken in there, and now you have this beautiful chicken gravy. Like I was saying, it's almost like a chicken pot pie filling for your dogs. This is totally human edible too, by the way. You could add, like I was saying, sweet potatoes. If you want to add scrambled eggs to this, you can at this point. I've done it when I've gotten to this point of the recipe. Scrambled eggs, if you still want to add oats or grain or rice, you can do it now. I'd pre-cook it, obviously. Have pre-cooked rice, and I would just dump it in there now that it's getting like nice and beautiful. So that is our grain-free dog food. How fun is that? Like I told you, it's beautiful shredded chicken. It has a lot of bulked up vegetables. Those pears are hidden in there. My dogs are going to be quite happy. And this, we do a half of a cup for our dogs. They are little. So do what's recommended for your dog. But we do half a cup. I try to go through this. I'll either freeze half of it and then just defrost it when I'm ready to use it. I don't like to let their food sit more than like 5 days in the fridge, especially when it's like chicken or fish. But that's our grain-free recipe, you guys. if you try it and your dogs love you like immensely and just spin in circles because they're so excited that you fed them this amazing creation, let me know below. What's your dog's names? Ours are Remington and Ruger. Yes, I know. Our old dogs that we had were brothers and sisters. They were schnauzers, and they were Harley and Dusty because I love George Strait, and they were named after Pure Country. So they had long lives. Dusty was 18 when he passed away, I think, and this was what he ate at end of life because he was, their teeth fall out and they get old, but this was his favorite thing in the world. So there you guys go. If you try it, just let me know. And do you love your dogs as much as we do? I think I spend more time with them than I do my kids now that they've all moved out, but they're my happy little humans running around. But Ruger's like a 3-year-old all the time. There's toys. He's a mess. Remington's just a sweetheart. So I guess they are kind of like our kids then, huh? Because I clean. Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. As always, if you hit description below my head, it'll drop down and I'll have this recipe for you guys. Thanks for watching.